I am on the hunt for that 5-star feeling. I need to find my favourite read, and I'm not going to stop filming this video and I'm not going to stop reading until I find a 5-star book. Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to this channel. I am very nervous but very excited for today's video, and I'm going to be reading until I find a 5-star read. I'm sure you've seen this all over BookTube before, but to explain it, it's basically going to be a reading vlog where I read books and I keep on reading until I finish a book that I feel is 5 stars. If you're not new to my channel, you probably know that I do give out 5 stars really easily, but now that I am on BookTube and have been on TikTok for a while, on BookTok, I really want my 5-star reads to be books that I absolutely recommend to you guys, so I kind of want to use this video to be a bit harsher with my ratings. Not too harsh, because obviously everyone's reading rating scale is different, but I would just like to be confident in my 5-star reads, and I thought this video would be a good idea and a good way to do that. I also think September is the perfect month for me to film this video, because if you haven't seen my TBR for the month, I picked them out randomly from a TBR jar. So some of the books on my TBR have been on there for years. I know nothing about. I don't know if I'm gonna love them or not. I'm not too confident that some of them aren't gonna be bad, in my opinion. So I thought my September TBR is the perfect time to test out if I have loads of books on my shelf that I don't realise are potential 5-star reads. I'm very excited. Let's stop procrastinating and get into the video. So for book 1, I want to read Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is on my TBR for the month, and I'm actually halfway through it. I read about 35% of it a couple months ago. I read 10% of it last month, and I'm gonna see if the second half of the book makes it a 5-star read, or if there's a reason that I'm not just itching to pick this book up and finish it. It's not bad so far. It is good. I'm really enjoying it, but there must be a reason why I haven't just picked it up and read the rest of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Book 1, gonna go read it, gonna go let you know my rating. So I finished Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. It was really good. It wasn't a 5-star, but it was a 4-star. I really liked it. It was really fun and also really deep at the same time. I love Nash and I love Lena the most. I really enjoyed it, and the bonus epilogue, the casual throw in that we got of the characters in book 3 makes me need that book now. I'm so happy it's coming out in literally like 5 days as I'm filming this, because I need that book. I need book 3. So I rated this 4 stars. It wasn't as good as the first one, and I don't think it's going to be as good as the last one, but it was still really good. Just not a 5-star. Which is okay, because we're only one book into this video. So for book 2, I'm going to read The Good Patient by Alex Stone. This was sent to me by Boldwood Books and Alex Stone themselves. All I know about it is it's a thriller. And from The Good Patient, I'm thinking maybe from the perspective of a psychiatrist, or could just be a doctor. But I'm gonna get reading and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so it's the next morning. I just finished The Good Patient by Alex Stone. I think I'm gonna rate this 3.5 stars. It was good. I did enjoy it, but I think I've read so many thrillers that I'm very critical with my thrillers, and this just wasn't as amazing as some of the other thrillers I've read. The ending was anticlimactic to me. There was no big plot twist really. I could guess the plot twist in the book that happened, but it was an interesting story. It was also quite dark. Please check trigger warnings. My story graph will be linked below, or I'll put the content warnings on there. 3.5 stars. Not a 5-star read like I'm hoping for this video, but it was still good. The next book I'm going to read is another book that was on my TBR. I'm trying to get through my physical TBR for September. This is The Quiet at the End of the World by Lauren James. This was sent to me by Walker Books. It's young adult. It sounds from the back to be dystopian. How far would you go to save those you love? Laurie and Chen are the youngest people on the planet after a virus caused global infertility. So that's all I know about it, and I'm gonna get started. It sounds interesting. Some of the books have sent me have been really good, and a lot of them have made me cry, so maybe I'll be crying on the internet once again. Okay, I finished The Quiet at the End of the World. I rated it 3 stars. It was good. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it either. It's young adult dystopian where there's a worldwide pandemic that's made everyone infertile, and it's about the last 2 human people who were born. And there's also robots. It was an interesting idea. It was 3 stars. I didn't not like it, I just didn't love it. That's all I really have to say. I'm not too sure what book I want to read next. I think I'm going to read Vacation Wars by Megan Quinn because the audiobook is free with Kindle Unlimited, but it is late now, so I'm going to decide properly in the morning, and I will let you know what I end up picking for the 4th book in this challenge. Good morning. I'm very tired. We're on day 3. Last night I read about 50% of Vacation Wars by Megan Quinn. Not loving it so far. So much secondhand embarrassment. So much cringing. I don't know how I feel about Megan Quinn's writing in general. I think I haven't really gotten along with some of her books before, so I honestly don't know why I picked this book for this challenge. Probably purely because it was an audiobook, but don't have high hopes for this being a 5-star because I'm literally halfway through and I'm not enjoying it yet. So I don't know how it can turn itself around, but I'm gonna go finish it and we'll see what I end up rating it. This is a bit of a side note, but after thinking about it overnight, I've changed my rating of The Quiet at the End of the World to 2.5 stars. I think I felt bad about rating it lower than 3 stars because it was sent to me, but what is the point in me reviewing books at all if I'm not honest? Didn't really like this book. I'm changing it to 2.5 stars. I have like 40 pages left of Vacation Wars. I need to have a rant. So this is going to have slight spoilers, so skip ahead 30 seconds. The premise of this book is these 2 people see each other every year when the girl goes on vacation with her family and the guy works at the resort. They have a couple interactions throughout the years. They never actually talk or have conversations. And then one year they finally get together for like a week. And then they do long distance for a year and a half. And all you're seeing through that is text messages of them slowly pulling back and avoiding each other. And I have 40 pages left and they're about to like get together and be together, and I don't know how I'm supposed to root for characters when I've seen none of their actual relationship. They were together for a week and then I just saw some text messages of the girl pulling back. So this definitely isn't going to be a 5-star. I'm going to finish it and let you know my end rating is probably going to be 2 stars. I don't know why I keep reading Megan Quinn books because so many people love her, but I don't think she's for me. So I don't know why I keep doing it to myself. Okay, I finished Vacation Wars. Pretty sure I'm going to rate it 2 stars. Didn't like any of the side characters. I think the guy was okay. Didn't like the main girl. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. Definitely not a 5-star read. Probably gonna land on 2 stars. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. But I have just finished it, so maybe I should give it a bit of time to sink in. I don't know what I want to read next. Let me look at what I've got on my Kindle app. I should probably read a book off my physical TBR, right? Probably September should be the month I finally do that. But I don't know if I'm in the mood to read any of them. Good morning. Last night I started 3 books and I still can't decide which one I'm gonna read next. So I'm about 100 pages into 12 Secrets by Robert Gold. I am 20% into Culti by Marina Zapata and 10% into The Deal by Elle Kennedy. And I'm going out today to go and see my favourite person in the world, my niece. So I'm just going to take my Kindle and the book with me in the bag and see which one I end up reading on the journey. I'm back. I'm tired, but I'm happy and I'm back. In the car, I got about halfway through 12 Secrets by Robert Gold. This book is so confusing so far. There are so many characters and we get one point of view in first person and then a bunch of different POVs in third person, and it's so confusing to keep up with who's who. So hopefully I start to understand what's going on in the second half. I am enjoying it so far, but I am confused. I'm gonna switch over to Culti now because I have the audiobook for that, and I just need to sit and relax for a bit. My eyes hurt, so I don't want to read a physical book. Okay, we need to talk about Culti by Marina Zapata for a second. I know she writes slow burns, okay? I know she's the queen of slow burns, and I enjoy that. I just realised I have something on my face. Ignore that. I am 53% into this book, and they just don't like each other. I don't like the main guy. He is so rude and arrogant and entitled, and it's not even like... There's no romance in it at all. It's just people interacting and going to soccer practice and then going home and then going back to soccer practice, having an argument and then going home again. There's nothing more to it at this point. It needs to get interesting fast because I am bored. Chapter 19 is nearly 2 hours long. I hate short chapters so much. Oh my god, chapter 22 is over an hour long too. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. I am 86% into this book. I'm on chapter 24. There's only 5 chapters left till the epilogue. And they're still friends. I thought this was a romance book. But they're still just friends. They didn't like each other. And now they're calling each other their best friend. And there's no flirting, no nothing. So maybe this isn't a romance book. It's kind of boring. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star somehow. Okay, last night I finished Culti by Marina Zapata. I ended up rating it 3 stars. It was supposed to be a slow burn romance, which I understand that means they're not gonna have their happy ever after till right at the end. First, like 50% didn't like each other. He was really rude to her all the time, and she couldn't stand up for herself and say no to him and be rude back. So she was just like giving him lifts home and stuff, and then he would threaten her not to tell anyone. Then suddenly, to help her out, he called her his best friend when she was gonna get in trouble for shouting at him. And she was like, oh, thanks for that. And then he was like, no, it's true, you are my best friend. So then they're best friends. And then 90% in, he says, I've been in love with you this whole time. I'm sorry, but... So, all the rest of it was just, she goes to soccer practice, argues with her coach, goes home. Goes to soccer practice, argues with her coach, goes home. I rated it 3 stars because I liked it. I rated it 3 stars because I did like it. It just wasn't one of Marina Zapata's stronger ones. I was quite bored. So today, if you couldn't tell, I don't feel great. So I think I'm going to listen to another audiobook. Which is not doing good at getting through my TBR. I don't know what I'm going to read actually. So I think I need time to wake myself up and then I will let you know what I end up reading. Okay, it is now the afternoon, and for the last hour or so I've been reading 12 Secrets by Robert Gold. I'm about 150 pages from the end. So plans for today: finish 12 Secrets by Robert Gold, and if it's not a 5-star read, which I don't know, maybe it could be, I want to read Rhythm, Chord and Malikin by Marina Zapata. I don't know, I thought I was gonna love her books. I haven't liked the last couple I've read, but I did like Lingus. But it's a running theme that I don't really like how the women speak in the books. So maybe she's just not for me, but who knows. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick up next, but I'll keep you updated. I'll talk to you at some point. So I just finished Rhythm, Chord and Malikin by Marina Zapata. I read it in one sitting. I think that's her shortest book, and I'm gonna rate it 3.5 stars because I actually really like the storyline. I just don't think the humour in her books is for me. Culti mentioned poop about 200 times, and this one had way too many fart jokes. It's just not my humour. So 3.5 stars for the story. Didn't love the jokes, but I really liked the friendships in the book. It was very, very sweet, and I loved the familial bonds. Now I'm gonna go sit outside and finish 12 Secrets by Robert Gold, and maybe it'll be the 5-star I've been waiting for because it's book 7 of the challenge. Okay, I just finished 12 Secrets by Robert Gold. This book was a whirlwind. I'm gonna rate it 4 stars. It was really good. Please check trigger warnings because there are some things that came straight out of the blue that I was not prepared for. The reason this isn't 5 stars is because I was so confused the first half. There are so many characters and we get so many people's points of view that I think it just got a bit overwhelming. But it was really good. I'm definitely going to read the next book, which is on my September TBR. It's called 11 Liars, I think. I have no clue what it's going to be about because everything's wrapped up in this book, so it must be a whole new... Maybe it's a murder mystery? Who knows? So... we're on to book 8, and I think this one has a real good chance of being a 5-star read because... where have I put my Kindle? Frida McFadden's new book is out. It's called The Coworker, and I love Frida McFadden's books so much. I think I read like 15 of her books, and none of them have been below a 4-star. I've had so many 5 stars from her, and the ones I've rated 5 stars have all been her later ones. So as this is her latest one, it's almost guaranteed to be a 5-star. I mean, I don't know, but this is book 8, The Coworker by Frida McFadden, and who knows, maybe I'll be coming to you with this video ending by the end of the book. We'll see. So I'm about 25% into The Coworker. I'm not loving how one of the women is being described. I think she is probably on the spectrum. I'm finding her very relatable. She has a special interest in turtles. That's her thing she loves. She talks about finding it hard to make small talk, finding hard to read facial expressions. Just the way she operates. It sounds like she is on the spectrum, and I don't like how she's being treated and how people are talking about her and calling her strange. And from the way she's... so we're seeing her write emails to her friend about interactions she's had, and it just feels like people are being mean to her and she's not realising, and I just don't like that so far. I'm so disappointed right now. I'm about 65% into The Coworker. Dawn is very clearly autistic. It's very obvious in all the like most known traits are all written in, and this book has been out about a week. There are so many 1-star reviews all talking about how offensive this book is to the autistic community. Like, I'm not the only one that thinks she's on the spectrum. There are so many people agreeing with me, so many people not liking the way she's written, and I agree. I'm so let down by this book. I'm gonna finish it, I've got so far into it, and I'll let you know what my final rating is, but it's not gonna be a 5-star. I finished The Coworker, and I'm gonna rate it 3 stars because I like the second half more. I didn't love the epilogue, but like all Frida McFadden books, it was very fast paced. I got through in one sitting, and like I said, the second half was better. It's 2:30 AM. I read 2.5 books today, so I'm gonna go to bed and we will pick out book 9 tomorrow. May not seem like it because I'm in the exact same place I was yesterday, but it's the next day. In fact, it's the next evening. Haven't really read anything today, but I have just started Some Sort of Happy by Melanie Harlow. I've read a few Melanie Harlow books and I really enjoyed them. I am on chapter 5 of this one, 10% in. I'm really enjoying it so far actually. The main guy has OCD and I think he's going to be the love interest, and it's really interesting to read about that because my partner has OCD and it's nice to see a romance book where that's getting represented and I'm enjoying it so far. So yeah, I might have possibly found a 5-star read for the video. I've not finished the book yet, so I'm not completely sure, but it's so beautiful. I am loving it so much. It's so sweet and it's so heartbreaking at the same time, and the writing is beautiful. I'm really loving this book and I'll let you know when I finish it, but it might end up being a 5-star read. Guys, I just finished Some Sort of Happy by Melanie Harlow, and 9 books into this video I find a 5-star read. This book was amazing. It made me laugh, it made me cry, it was so deep, and the story was so beautiful, and I loved the ending and I loved everything about this book, and I'm rating it 5 stars. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to continue with this series. It's what I'm gonna do as soon as this video is over. It's like 2 AM. I'm gonna go to sleep, and tomorrow we'll do a little wrap up and then this challenge will be over. It's the next morning. Let's talk. So, took me 9 books to get to a 5-star read, and it's crazy because that book was not on my radar at all. I'd never heard of it before. It was not on my TBR. It was just a random book I picked on Kindle Unlimited, and it was a 5-star read. So if I hadn't done that, who knows how long it would have taken. I read 4 physical books and 5 ebooks and audiobooks. First one I read was Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, which I rated 4 stars. Then I have The Good Patient by Alex Stone, which I rated 3.5. The Quiet at the End of the World by Laura James, which I rated 2.5. Then I rated Vacation Wars by Megan Quinn 2 stars. Culti by Marina Zapata 3 stars. Rhythm, Chord and Malikin by Marina Zapata 3.5 stars. 12 Secrets by Robert Gold 4 stars. The Coworker by Frida McFadden 3 stars. And then Some Sort of Happy by Melanie Harlow was my 5-star read. This challenge has been really fun, and I've been reading so much this week that this video has only taken me a week to film. In a normal reading month it would have taken me a lot longer, but I have had nothing going on. I've been reading like 2 books a day, which is crazy. I also haven't really been sleeping. I've been going to bed at like 5 AM. If I found a new 5-star read, I'd definitely recommend Some Sort of Happy by Melanie Harlow. Please check trigger warnings. It has really good mental health representation. That's everything for this video. I found my new 5-star read and I can't wait to continue the series. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye!